My ideal early childhood classroom. My personal experience. My personal experience in early childhood education was both an inspiration and a lesson. Many of my teachers relied on worksheets and inauthentic experiences to facilitate learning. I was left with a sense that I left the classroom on the last day of school, not knowing everything I needed to know. In high school, I struggled with math and its basic concepts. I attribute this in large part to disingenuous learning and teaching in previous years. These teachers modeled the things I know won't be beneficial for my future students. I also had several teachers who made learning an experience that brings me inspiration to this day. These teachers taught with passion and a genuine interest in their students. I want to be one of those teachers. The goals of early childhood education. The goals of early childhood education are to educate students in multiple ways: academically, socially, and personally. We are to teach our students about literacy, mathematics, science, and social studies, but it doesn't stop there. Teachers must instill a sense of humanity and a sense of self in their students. We are educating future leaders, workers, and collaborators who are expected to consider the opinions of all, respect their peers, and make sound decisions to serve bigger purposes. We as teachers must model compassionate and responsible traits. We must also educate students to strive for betterment. Students should be taught to create and collaborate on quality work and to take pride in it. How children learn and develop. Children learn and develop best when they are active participants in their learning. They are not passive listeners, they are active doers. They have ideas and opinions, and they should be valued. The classroom should be a place of safety when it comes time to explore. Students develop best when they are respected and valued. Students learn best when they are allowed to explore their curiosities within the curriculum. Ideal classroom design. My ideal classroom design features points for exploration, collaboration, and independence. My classroom is a center for authentic sensory-based learning. Students will be exposed to curriculum content in a multimodal fashion. Students will be learning through experiences that will make lasting impressions on their academic lives and beyond. Physical environment and materials. My classroom environment will be focused on student immersion in tangible interactions with the content. Students will be seated in table format to allow for small group work with peers. The room will also feature other work surfaces, like a kiddie table, to allow for more partner and small group work. My classroom will also feature specific areas for exploration in each content area. For example, I will have a literacy lounge and library. This area will feature a large selection of books of several types, like fictional and informational, to immerse students in a multitude of perspectives through literacy. My lounge will also feature multiple places to read, like floor pillows, comfortable chairs, and a specific chair for read-alouds, student readers, and guest readers. Students will be able to encounter literacy in an enjoyable, authentic way. Teaching strategies. My teaching goals are to facilitate learning through mindful choices in planning and engage students through authentic learning. I want my classroom to feature a clear line of student-teacher connection. I want to incorporate student ideas and interest into my lessons. I want to facilitate classroom discussions based on student inquiry. I want students to be able to manipulate and affect their learning. My strategy to achieve this goal is providing students with manipulatives like Wikisticks, Base 10 blocks, science materials, and primary and secondary sources. I will teach in a text-rich manner by providing students with multiple sources of literature in all content areas. Assessment strategies. To continue my ideal of authenticity, I will employ the use of authentic assessments. For example, I will use portfolios to analyze students' understanding. This method involves a more open-ended, broad basis for assessment. A student being assessed on understanding of difference between living and non-living things may create a project-based work to be assessed, for example. I will also utilize anecdotal notes during class time. Student interactions with content during class time in the active classroom environment can help a teacher create a rich background of information of student understanding. Guidance strategies. To me, guidance directly relates to modeling responsible, positive behavior. As a teacher, I will model healthy behaviors like being responsible for my actions, being an active listener, and respecting the opinions and beliefs of others. I will also guide students with limitations with specific reasons. Students are often expected to behave and avoid certain actions, but are left without a reason why. Giving students reasons for why rules are in place allows them to develop a deeper sense of morality and connection to personal values. It is also essential to know students on a basic level. To truly educate and guide students, you must be an active participant in their worlds. Family and engagement strategies. Parents and families are the roots of life for students. They are the facilitators of life and experience for the first years of our students' lives. Including them in the classroom is essential to a successful year of education with each class. To include parents and families, I will incorporate several strategies. I use technology, like Remind, to communicate classroom goings-on daily. I will also use a classroom management app to communicate about student successes and behaviors to work on. I will also hold specific family events to engage families in the classroom content. For example, holding a family literacy night allows parents and families to be a part of our classroom learning while increasing student engagement in reading, spelling, and writing. Conclusion. My classroom is centered around the idea that students learn and engage in authentic multisensory and multifaceted ways. Students are active learners who unfold the world around them. Teachers must guide and facilitate this process.